Hey everybody, it's me, it's Jenny, and this is
Chris.
Today's topic is the similarities between Latinx households and Asian households.
I think this idea really came about because I watched a lot of the amazing work that Jenny has done, and I'm like, oh my god, we're like similar. Usually I think we don't see each other as that similar but I think it's because we don't see people from our groups interacting with each other a lot in media. In Hollywood, it's usually like black and white people, and then maybe Asian people.
Or black and Latinx, but I've never seen Asian and Latinx together.
So we're fixing that.
Yes. Today. Hollywood needs a lot of fixing, but slowly but surely, that's why Chris and I are here.
I mean, that and the fact that we both like geeky shit. That's also a thing, but that's not what we're talking about today.
In Miami, there's not really a big Asian community, so we're in this like Hispanic, Latinx bubble for the most part. It wasn't until I moved out to Los Angeles that I made a bunch of Asian friends, including you, which is amazing.
Yeah, I would say the exact same thing about my experience too. Like, there were literally no Latinx people. The most exposure that I had with Cubans was Ricky Ricardo.
Wow. We made a handy dandy list of things, and it wasn't really that hard to come up with it because that's how similar we are, and I think it has to do with the immigrant experience.
Yes.
Let's start off with the strawberry candies.
That was my favorite moment when I was watching your videos. It's like, oh my god, I've seen the strawberry candies literally all of my life.
I think the running gag with the strawberry candies is the fact they just are. Mm-hmm. They exist. No one knows where they come from. They're just in your house, in your grandma's house, in your mom, like, right?
Mm-hmm, yep.
I've never seen them actually purchased, and I don't think I've seen them sold.
I remember as a child, I saw these and I was like, oh, I don't like these because I don't like fruit.
I had the same issue.
Really?
I would go trick-or-treating as a kid, and a lot of like the older Cuban women in the neighborhood would like give me these, and I think I would leave them behind because I wanted like the Snickers and the Twix and shit.
Yeah.
But the strawberry candies, I don't know, I thought they were lame.
When I saw them in my parents' cupboard, I thought that there would be like this gross Asian candy.
Ew, fruit.
Yeah, but it's just candy. It's really good. Mm-hmm. It's really good. Do you want to turn this into an ASMR video real quick?
God.
And now, we're gonna eat some strawberry candy.
They're really delicious. I have much respect for the ASMR community.
I love those videos so much.
I just personally couldn't do it. I think I'm too loud.
Yeah, me too. Another one of my favorite similarities that I found is the slippers. Because I've seen Jenny use those like slippers with like the really shitty cheap embroidery, you know, with like the sparkle shimmery iridescent like beads, like beadwork on it.
You know, we call them Chinese sandals in Miami.
Oh, you call them Chinese sandals in Miami?
We call them Chinese sandals.
No, they're Chinese sandals in Miami because you can buy those for sale at 99 Ranch, which is, you know, like which is a very well-known Asian Chinese market.
Yeah, there was, especially in high school for me, they were so much in fashion that in high school, girls were wearing them.
Really? Oh my god.
And every girl, including myself, went crazy trying to like match our shirts with the sandal.
Yeah.
Because I think around those early 2000s, it was like into match. When those Chinese slippers came out, it was all the rage, and they came in every freaking color.
But then at the same time, your parents also used them?
Later on, it just reverted back to like just, as we say, los viejos. The older folks started to use them, and then, yeah.
The only time when I see you with the slippers in your videos is when it's used as a threat.
Yes. But that's like Chinese sandals are included in this category, but it can be any sandal. Sandals in general are just used as disciplinary weapons. Who would threaten you more with the sandal?
My mother, definitely.
I think it's always the mom and then the dads with the belt.
My dad never resorted to a belt, but like he was just like, listen to your mother.
Okay. Oh yeah, my dad was kind of the same. It was my grandfather that was more like, get the belt. Constantly being fed, because if not, then death.
I saw this similarity from your abuela videos and how they'll make you a shit ton of food, and then if you don't eat it, you're like the worst child ever.
Yeah, man. It was like, and then you'd feel guilty, but I've always been a picky eater, and I've always been small, and my stomach is small, and I can only fit so much rice in my fucking stomach. So I would get full, and my grandma would both my grandmas actually, it was just like the end of the world. Like, that's the worst thing you can tell them is, I'm full, or I'm not hungry. I'm full is only bad if there's still food on your plate. It's a different story if you ate everything on your plate.
I think another huge thing is just the fact that I've gotten to a point where I feel like scared to approach my cupboard at home or the refrigerator. Whenever you approach it, it's like your parents can smell that you're there.
Oh my God.
And they'll immediately be like, "Are you hungry?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not hungry. I'm just looking for a snack. Don't make me anything. Stop it."
So when your mom visits you, like, how's that with your eating? Is it the same? Is she trying to feed you or like cook for you? Or
Oh no, she just takes me out.
takes you out? But what happens if you don't finish your meal at a restaurant?
Okay, so they've gotten a lot better about this lately. So like recently they've been a lot better about like, okay, if you can't like eat it, then like don't eat it.
Okay, that's
Because-
a step.
Yeah, because we don't want you like feeling sick.
For us, it extends past our own families. I remember, again, picky eater, especially with meats and stuff. So when I would go over my friends' houses, majority of the time also Cuban, and their grandmas would then try to feed me, or their moms, especially grandmas, and I would hide the food. They would treat you as if you were their own grandchild. They did not give fucks. They would just get really angry at you. So then I would be so intimidated by them. I would like hide the food. I remember one time one of the grandmas gave me like steak, but I'm super picky with steak. I was not having that damn steak.
Right.
And I hid it in my pants.
I don't think it ever got that bad for me, but
I'm like,
you're like getting
I'm getting like, ugh.
PTSD again.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, like that. It never happened to that degree for me, but I do remember having to hide food for myself too.
Rice.
Pretty simple. We both fucking love rice.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it so much. I would probably choose rice over bread.
Yes, rice is delicious. It's really filling though, but it goes with every dish, at least especially for like
Goes with every
Caribbean
dish.
folk. This doesn't really so much apply to my Mexican and Salvadoran friends, though they do eat rice. It's almost the same thing with like, when I moved out here, a lot of my Mexican friends are like, "You don't eat tamales?" And we do, but it's very rare, and I think it's almost like an insult because my grandma would just buy them like frozen. Like, you know, it wasn't like how Mexicans make their tamales with all this love and care and effort. No,
Right.
we just got them frozen and we just had them there sometimes.
Yeah, and I also remember like hearing about the term oro con pollo. Is that how you say it?
Arroz con pollo.
I actually learned that from I Love Lucy as well.
Oh my god!
I would actually really love to show you like, I guess the Asian version of that dish. It's Hainan chicken. It's named after a region. It's chicken and rice with really amazing sauce.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I didn't even think about the rice thing, but it's true.
I love rice so much.
I go to a lot of Asian restaurants and I see rice everywhere. I know that people make jokes about this a lot, but it's because it's freaking true. It couldn't be truer.
No.
Again, this goes back to the whole immigrant background and needing to be resourceful, but those butter containers that are recycled for leftovers. And that also includes grocery store bags, the plastic ones.
My parents have a dedicated drawer to that. Do yours as well?
Yes.
Yes. I mean, like, it makes sense when you think about it. To this day, whenever I travel for laundry, I'll use a plastic bag. I know that it's bad. I probably should be using a canvas bag.
But that was easier in Miami, because like, but here you're guilt tripped if you even ask for
right, because you get
bags.
charged for
So
using.
I still show up to the damn Trader Joe's every time with like nothing. Even though I
Right.
have a bunch of canvas bags. And I keep forgetting, but then they give me a paper bag. So I haven't really seen a plastic. Where do you get your plastic bags?
From Asian markets. Do you want to turn the camera? Let me show you my plastic bag. Here, let me show you. Right here, like literally turn from the set right here.
Oh my god. This is so true. Oh my god, Chris.
And yeah, these are all from Asian places. Oh, okay. This is a Target. This is a Target one.
I use those too.
Yeah, and also like when I get gift bags, I save them so maybe I can give them to someone else in the form of a gift bag.
Oh my god. I can't believe what I just witnessed.
I'm so glad I remembered that I have a plastic bag.
In your room.
Yeah.
Because normally I was
It's in the
thinking kitchen.
No, that's usually for me, but since like it's a shared area,
Yeah, that
I
makes
wasn't
sense.
sure, so
I'm just gonna take up one of these drawers.
I'm gonna
for plastic
compartmentalize.
bags. Basically, same thing with a Tupperware. I know the big joke is I can't believe it's not butter tub, but cream cheese containers, any kind of container. That's all my grandma had. She
Yeah.
didn't have actual Tupperware. No one has time to buy that shit.
No.
It's just fuck it. It serves its purpose. It's
Yeah.
a sturdy
Yeah.
bit of plastic with a lid that closes properly, and that's it. That's all you need to like put your food in.
Container achieved.
Did you also do the those dance cookies with the sewing kits?
Yes!
the hell?
I completely
It's
forgot to
so
say that.
creepy.
I completely forgot to write that on
How
this
is
list.
How is it that every immigrant family that I know does that? Like, how is that possible?
Dansk is the only reason why I know what Swedish culture
Dansk.
is. They're really good.
If you don't know what they are, they're these sugar cookies. But the joke is that it's such a cool tin,
Yeah.
and it has such a great shape that a lot of people use it to store sewing supplies.
Which is smart. I think other people need to do it.
I mean, hey, if you want to DIY that shit, get all Pinteresty. You can just
Yeah, spray paint it.
put buttons on it. I don't know,
You know,
glitter.
I'm gonna make it like mint and like put stickers on it.
Make it my own, put my name.
I'm gonna put my initials on it.
But some people just leave it as is because Dansk is a badass brand. And
Yeah. And it's like the designs on top of the tin are usually cute.
I just find that so interesting how alike we are. I've had a lot of like Filipinos as well.
Yes.
Come at me with like, yo, we're like cousins basically. Also, a lot of Italian folk.
Yes.
And Jewish folk have
Right.
written me and said like how similar their traditions are and like their resourcefulness in comparison to a Latinx household and obviously Asian households. So that's the end of this fun little bit with lovely Chris here. If you also want to share any similarities, anything that your parents do that you feel is similar to a lot of other cultures out there, please tell us in the comments below. I love reading your comments. Yes, I read them.
So please come check out my channel. I talk a lot on my channel about identity-based stuff, social issues, and also I talk about my horrible dating life. They do really well.
But he's a great geek too, and he has a lot of insight on geek culture. Thank you guys again, and be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share to my channel, to Chris's channel, and stay tuned for next Tuesday's video. And also be sure to watch our next video for Chris's channel that I'm going to be placing in the end cards after this.
We're gonna be talking about when your immigrant parent gets pissed at you. I'm sure everyone can relate to that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool, thanks so much for watching.
Yay, I love you.
Bye.
Bye.